God apologizes to Touya Mochizuki for accidentally killing him with lightning. He offers to resurrect him in the new world. Touya agrees on condition that he can bring a smartphone that can still connect to Earth's internet and be recharged with magic. God also boosts Touya's stamina, reflexes, and memory skills. In the new world, Touya saves the twin sisters Els and Lynn Silhoueska from several thugs whom he easily defeats. Afterwards, the trio form a party taking on paid quests, with the Silhoueskas teaching Touya how to read the world's language and use magic. Unlike most magicians who can only use 1 or 2, and some like Lynn's who can use 3, Touya becomes capable of using every type of magic, making him immensely powerful. Later on, Touya arrives at a cafe where he helps the owner find a recipe to make some delicious ice cream. Touya and the Silhoueskas help a samurai named Ikakano fight off several thugs and invite her to join their party, whilst Touya continues to learn as many magic spells as he can, including null magic, which has a variety of uses. While heading to the royal capital to deliver a letter, the group were ambushed by some lizards summoned by a dark magician intending to attack a royal carriage. As the girls defeat the lizards along with the magician, Touya enters the royal carriage where he casts a null healing spell, saving a butler named Lime from his death. Lady Sushi Sue Ernia Ortland, who was also in the carriage, thanks Touya for saving Lime, and altogether, the group head to the royal capital where Sue brings Touya to her father, Duke Alfred Ortland. The Duke thanks Touya for protecting his daughter, but reveals that Duchess Ellen Ortland, Sue's mother and the Duke's wife, was blinded from an illness and requests a healing spell powerful enough to cure the Duchess's blindness. Touya agrees and casts a null healing spell on the Duchess, curing her blindness. The Duke gives Touya 40 platinum coins as gratitude for saving his family, as well as 4 royal medals, which represent Touya, Yi and the Silhoueskas now under the Duke's protection. After delivering the letter, Yi agrees to join the party. Touya discovers demi-human races at the royal capital, such as elves and beastmen, and helps a lost fox girl named Arma find her older sister, Olga. As Touya and the girls go shopping, Touya buys a magician's coat that protects magicians against magic they can use but makes them weaker against magic they can't use. Later on, Touya casts a null crafting spell turning a tree trunk into a shogi board at the behest of a woodcutter, which Touya brings to the Duke and teaches him how to play. The next day, Touya and the girls accept a quest to destroy a Dullahan near the ruins of the old capital city. After the Dullahan was defeated, Touya uses a null locating spell and finds an item of magical value hidden in a secret dungeon. The item later turns out to be the energy source for an artificial glass beast that can repair any damage done to it. But the group managed to defeat the beast after Touya extracts the energy source. The group return to the royal capital where they tell the Duke what really happened, and the Duke suspects that the beast may have been the reason why the old capital was abandoned and asks Touya to help him in an investigation the next day. Later on, Touya was contacted by the Duke, who reveals that his brother, the king of the royal capital, has been poisoned. En route to the royal capital, the Duke becomes concerned and tells Touya that the king's eldest daughter, Princess Yumina Ernia Belfast, may succeed his throne if he dies. Touya and the Duke arrive at the capital where Touya casts a null healing spell, curing the king's poison. Yumina quickly begins to fall for Touya. Balsa, a count working for the capital, claims the poisoner is the capital's ambassador, who later turns out to be Olga, and has been accused of sending poisoned wine to the king. After using a search spell to verify that no poison was detected in the wine, Touya decides to reenact the banquet at which the king was poisoned, and after asking Balsa to drink from the king's glass, determines that Balsa poisoned the wine in just the king's glass, and frames Olga by claiming that she sent the king poisoned bottled wine. With Olga acquitted and Balsa arrested, the king agrees to let Yumina embark on a 2-year engagement with Touya, hoping it would give Yumina time to win his heart and Touya time to decide to marry Yumina. After the royal visit, Yumina joins the party and teaches Touya how to summon magic, during which Touya summons a powerful tiger spirit called the White Monarch, whom he forges a pact with and renames her as Kohaku. Touya accepts a quest to go to an abandoned castle to investigate a deceased magician's research on slime beasts, but the girls are reluctant to aid Touya due to their concern that slimes dissolve clothing. At the castle, the group encounter numerous slimes and discover that the magician had created a slime capable of transforming into models of beautiful girls. After Touya saves the girls from being caught by the slimes, the girls decide to burn the castle down, destroying the magician's research. Later on, Touya helps Yi bring a lost girl to her mother by activating a null search spell on Touya's phone. In turn, Yi requests Touya to locate her older brother, who is safe at a dojo, much to Yi's joy. Meanwhile, Touya helps Linz learn a new water bomb spell. He then goes shopping with Els, and buys a dress she admires. As the girls request Touya to do the same thing to them, Yumina receives a letter from the royal capital offering Touya's knighthood as thanks for finding the culprit behind the king's poisoning. After Touya declines the knighthood offer, the king decides to let Touya and Yumina take ownership of a large mansion instead. To Els, Linz, and Yi's surprise, Touya wants them to live there as well. He explains he sees them like family, accidentally implying he wants to marry them as well. Yumina also mistakes his words, managing to get the girls to calm down and accept the offer. Later on, Sue and the Duke arrive at the mansion, where the Duke requests Touya to make a trip to the kingdom of Nismead following their alliance. Touya notices a knight named Sir Lyon having a crush on Olga, and later helps him choose a gift Olga likes at Arma's behest. Later that night, a nearby town was attacked by a black dragon, whom Touya and the girls later defeat. A red dragon appears and apologizes to the group for not getting there in time to stop the black dragon. Kohaku tells the dragon to let the Azure Monarch maintain better control of the dragons. The next day, Touya falls asleep and later finds himself in Yumina's lap. Yumina challenges and beats the girls in a game of rock, paper, scissors over the chance to have Touya sleep on them. Touya's party arrive at Nismead's capital and attend an audience with the king. During the audience, the king asks Touya to duel with him. During the duel, the king reveals his own null magic, Excel, that gives him enhanced speed, which Touya learns to use and by combining both Excel and Boost, defeats him. That night, Touya has an encounter with a fairy named Lean, who is more than 600 years old, who then teaches Touya the program spell that infuses objects with predetermined magical properties. After Touya demonstrates his own programmed skill, Lean, who was impressed with Touya's skill, offers to teach him more magic, but he declines. The next day, Touya, accompanied by Linz and Yumina, buys some materials to create a pistol sword, using program to infuse it with auto-reload and blade extending features. Both girls ask him to create firearms for them, which he does. On their way back, Touya realizes that he is being followed and briefly separates from Linz and Yumina to confront their stalkers, who are revealed to be spies sent by the king to watch and protect Yumina. They are also the ones who secretly helped them against the dragon. At their request, Touya promises to keep it a secret from the others, while Lean decides that she is not giving up on Touya so easily. Later at night, Touya opens a portal to Belfast, allowing both kings to have their meet with each other. After returning from Nismead, Touya uses his powers to create a bicycle for himself, but when the girls and Duke Alfred show interest in it, he ends up making enough for all of them to ride. Sometime later, Touya goes to the city to buy some supplies when he finds a little girl being beaten for stealing. After driving away the attackers, Touya invites the girl to work as a maid in his mansion, and she accepts, promising that she will not steal again. Later on, Lean appears at the mansion and asks for Touya's help, as she needs him to open a gate to Yi's homeland, Ishin, for her to travel there. However, Touya cannot open gates to places he has not seen yet, and Lean teaches him another null spell that allows him to access Yi's memories of Ishin, allowing him to open a gate there. Yi then travels along with Touya and the others back to her homeland. Using recall and gate to go to Ishin, Touya and gang arrive and go to Yi's house, where they were told that her father and brother are fighting in a war. Using Touya's abilities, they quickly find both, and Touya helps by defeating the undead Oni masked soldiers. After being thanked by Tokugawa, Tsubaki comes out from the shadows and asks for help to save the Takedas as Kansuke had betrayed Shinjin. Touya agrees with Lean following. After arriving, they free 3 other generals and save Shinjin, who was under the control of Kansuke's eye, which was stolen with the ports and broken. This leads to Kansuke dying. After helping the Takeda family, Baba helps Touya by using recall and gate to let Touya go to an island near the ancient ruins that Lean was looking for. After using gate to travel to an island nearby the ancient ruins, Touya invites his friends for a day of swimming at the beach. During this, Touya tries to go diving towards the ancient ruins, but it is too far without him drowning in the process. Kohaku then helps Touya summon Black Emperor, who is composed of a snake and a turtle. They become bonded to Touya, who names them Sango and Kokayu. They help Touya reach the ancient ruins, where they are soon met by a maid in the Garden of Babylon. After meeting Francesca, the artificial maid in the Garden of Babylon, Touya is named the new owner of the garden. Later, he uses a gate to bring the others, and upon seeing Francesca, the girls become suspicious of Touya and jealous. Yumina then takes the girls on a walk to discuss the same topic she broached the first day the gang moved into Touya's mansion. that the girls love Touya as much as she does and for them to become his brides as well, to which they all nervously agree. Later, Francesca kisses Touya, shocking the girls. However, Francesca's actions cause Linz to muster the courage to confess her true feelings for Touya, telling him that she loves him, and then Linz proceeds to kiss Touya in front of everyone as well, shocking the girls even more. Touya and gang arrive back at the mansion with Francesca. Afterwards, Yumina helps Linz become one of Touya's brides. The next morning comes with Yi and Els also becoming Touya's brides. With this, Touya goes to the garden where he talks to Regina Babylon, the professor who made Babylon. After this, Touya seeks help with his love interests with Kami and the goddess of love. Touya then returns to the mansion and tells his brides that he is not ready to marry all of them, as he doesn't think he is capable of making them all happy yet, which the girls come to understand. Lean talks with Francesca, who informs her that Dr. Babylon foresaw Touya having 9 wives, though omits Lean herself will be one. In a post-credit scene, Touya is shown walking through town before running into a stranger named N.